So hello everyone. In this video, till now we have done till question number 12. Now we will be doing the question number 13. So let's see the question. Here 100 students solve a puzzle. The table shows the information about the time taken. Okay, so this is given in class interval and frequency term, and you have to estimate the mean. Now when this class interval is given, we take the midpoint. So we'll say the time which we'll take will be, this is 30 second, midpoint 40 plus 20 divided by 2. This is 50 seconds, and this is, you can say this is 80 seconds, correct? So these are the midpoints, right? So what is the mean? Mean, I'll say this is equal to, just multiply these frequency corresponding to the value. Okay, this is 30 into 30 plus 50 into 40. This is 50 multiplied with 40, and this is 80 multiplied with 30. 80 multiplied with 30 divided by the sum. What is the sum of all the frequencies, which is obviously 100 students, right? So what is the mean? You will say this is equal to this is 900 plus 200 20 into 100 plus this is 24 into 100, which is, you can see, divide by 100, and you can solve this. You can cancel 100. This is 9 plus 29, 29, 25, 53. That is, the mean is equal to 53 is the answer for this question. Okay, this one is easy, standard question. Now in the second part, you have to complete the histogram. In histogram, they have given the first part. So if you have to calculate, if you have to draw the histogram, you have to know the height of each bar. Now we know that if this is a class interval in which the frequency, the class width is not same. You can see this class width is 20. Here class width is 20, but here the class width is 40. Then you have to use the frequency density. So if I write to frequency density, so you can see for the frequency, let's say the time, for the time, I'll make this time, which is between t is between 40 and 20. What is the frequency density? Now what is frequency density? Frequency density is equal to frequency upon class width. Now what is the frequency? Frequency is 30 upon class width. What is class width here? This is the, what is class width? This is 20. You can see this is 20. So what is the frequency density? This is 1.5. So corresponding to this is 1.5. For the second, which is between 60 and 40. This is between 60 and 40. What is the frequency density? Total frequency is 40. And what is the width? You can say this is 20. So this is equal to 2. And for the third one, this is, what is the class intervals? 100 to 60. Correct. So what is this? Class width. This is 40. So what is this? This is frequency divided by 40, which is equal to 3 by 4, which is 0.74. So now these are the frequency densities which we have to plot. So we can do that also. So you can see, I'll just zoom in little. Now you can see, let's plot this. For this is already given. This is 1.5. For this 40 to 60, this is 2. So this is 2. You can see this is 2. So just plot the bar here. That is for 40 to 60. And from 60 to 100, the height is 0.75. Frequency density is 0.75. So 0.75, you will see this is 0.5. So this will be somewhere here. This is somewhere here. You can see this is 0.5, 0.6, 0.7. So this is roughly here. This is the, you can say this is the height 0.75, which I can draw like this. Okay. So I hope this is clear. This is the bar chart which you have to, the histogram which you have to draw. Okay. Now let's solve the next part. Now the next part of the question, 80 adults solve the same puzzle. And this is given that the cumulative frequency table of this data, cumulative frequency data is given to you. So on the grid, you have to draw the cumulative frequency diagram. So this is given that if time is less than equal to 20 seconds, cumulative frequency is 0. So this will be at 0. This is less than equal to 20. This is 0. Less than equal to 40. This is 12. So this is less than equal to 20. Sorry, 40. This is 12. So where is this 12? This is 10, 11, 12. Okay, you have to just plot the points. Then you can see less than equal to 60. This is 36. This is 36. Less than equal to 60. This is 36. This is 35, 36. Correct. Then this is less than equal to 80. This is 60. Less than equal to 80. This is 60. So where is 60? Less than equal to 80. This is 60. This is cumulative frequency which we are drawing, right? This is t is less than equal to 100. This is 74. Less than equal to 100. This is 74. So 74 will be somewhere here, right? And less than equal to 120. This is 80. So you can see this is 80. So this is the diagram we have. Now we have to draw the cumulative frequency diagram. So what we'll do is we'll just join them. You join this. So just try to draw a graph which is passing through all the points. Okay, so this is the graph which is called cumulative frequency graph. This is cumulative frequency curve. Okay, so now this is the first graph, that is cumulative frequency diagram. Now the second part is use your cumulative frequency diagram to estimate for the median. Now what is median? Median is what is the data at the middle of the number, correct? So this is the data of 80 adults. So what is the median? Median will be equal to 80 by 2, that is equal to 40, correct? So at 40, what is the data? That is, you can see at cumulative frequency 40. This is cumulative frequency 40. What is the value? You can see if I draw this is somewhere here, which is, you can see what is this? This is 60 to 64. So what is this? 64. So this is the cumulative frequency corresponding to 40. What is the time? This is 64. So what is the median? This is equal to 64. That is the answer for this question. Okay. Now the second part is find the lower quartile. Now what is the meaning of lower quartile? Lower quartile is basically 25 percentile. Now which is equal to 1/4, basically 1/4. Now 80, we have the total, that is 80 divided by 4, that is cumulative frequency 20. Now corresponding to 20, cumulative frequency 20, what is the data? So you can see this is cumulative frequency 20. Now corresponding to this, what is the value? You can see this is 44, 44, 45, something like this. So what is the answer for this? This is equal to 44. Okay. So this is 44. So I just write this. This is equal to 44. So that is the lower quartile. That is the answer for this question. Okay. So when you have to find the from the cumulative frequency diagram, you can just write the cumulative lower percentile, the 25 percentile for the lower quartile, and 75 percentile for per quartile. Okay, so that is how you can do this. Now the next question, find at this point 2, 5 recurring as a fraction. So this is the standard question. You know the standard procedure of this. What is x? X is 0.2555 recurring, correct? So what you do is first you bring this 2 on this side. So we'll multiply this with 10. So this will become 2.555 and so on. Now what is recurring? Recurring is 5. So again bring this to 5 on this side. So multiply again with 10. So this will become 25.5555 and so on. Now if you subtract these two, you can see this is equal to 100 minus 10x. This is 90x, and this is 25 minus 2, which is 23. So what is x? This is 23 by 90. That is the answer for this question. Okay, there is no common factor in this, so we cannot simplify this further. Now the next question. Now this is a question on graph. Let's see. The graph shows the diagram shows the equation graph of y is equal to 2 by x minus 1. Now you can see this is a reciprocal graph. You can see this is a reciprocal graph which is defined by a hyperbola, and this is defined by the asymptotes. Okay. So the question is, write down the coordinates of the point where the graph crosses x-axis. So you can clearly see this is the point which is this is crossing x-axis. So this is 2, 0. That is the answer. This one is easy. Write down the equation of asymptote. Now if you write the equation of asymptote, we know if you have this, what is the equation of asymptote for, I'll just write this, when you have y is equal to a upon x minus p minus plus q, then asymptote, what is the equation of asymptote? Asymptote is x is equal to p and y is equal to q. This is the asymptote. Okay. Now, in this case, what is x? This is, sorry, what is p? P is 0. This, if I compare this, so what is the asymptote? This is x equal to 0 is one asymptote. From graph also I'll show you. And what is the other asymptote? Y equal to q, y equal to minus 1, y equal to minus 1. Now on the graph, I can show you this also. You can see this graph is approaching. You can see this is approaching to this line. You can see, I'll just try to draw this. This is approaching to y equal to minus 1. This is why this is an asymptote. You can see this is y equal to minus 1. And another asymptote is y-axis. You can see the graph is going down and trying to approach y-axis, which is x equal to 0. So what are the asymptotes? This is the line y is equal to minus 1, right? And this is y-axis, which the equation of this is x equal to 0. So by graph also you can show this, right? Now the second part is by drawing a suitable line on the graph, you have to solve this. So now we know. See, this is again a very common question. Every year there is a question like this. On the graph, you have to show this. On the graph, you have to draw some line and solve this equation. Now we know the graph of this is y equal to 2 by x minus 1. So we want 2 by x minus 1 should be equal to x. So this graph we already know. Now we will draw this graph and the point where they will intersect the graph of this. That is y is equal to 2 by x minus 1 and y is equal to x. Where they are intersecting will be the answer, because that is the point where the y coordinate will be same. So you can see if I draw y is equal to x. Now for this we will draw the line y equal to x. Now how will draw the line y equal to x? You know, this is to draw the straight line y is equal to x. We need 2 points. So one point is 0 comma 0, you can see. Another point is 1 comma 1, I can saw. So by joining these two, so let's draw this 0 comma 0. You can see this line, correct? So wait, so this is not correct. So this is, we have to draw the line which is something like this. I'll draw this again. So this is, you can see like this. This is passing through 0 0 1 1. You can see I can extend it like this. Okay, so just trying to draw y is equal to x. Now the question is at which point they are intersecting. You can see this is the point 1 comma 1 and this is the point minus 2 comma 2. So what is the point x value where they are intersecting? X is equal to minus 2 and x equal to 1. So what is the answer? The solution will be x equal to minus 2 and x equal to 1. The solution of this equation basically is minus 2 or x equal to minus 2 or 1. I hope this is also clear. Now the next question. Now the question is, diagram shows a solid made by joining a hemisphere to a cylinder. The radius of both are given to you. Height of the cylinder is 5. The total surface area of the solid. So you have to find the total surface area and you have to leave the answer in pi. So what is the surface area of a sphere? This is 4 pi r square. What is the surface area? This is for a sphere. And what is the total surface area of cylinder? Cylinder, which is the curved surface area is 2 pi r l. That is height. I write 2 pi r h. And this is another circle in the down. So this is only one, that is pi r square. This is the surface area of this total. This is hemisphere. So basically this will become 2 pi r square, correct? For the sphere, this is 4 pi r square. So half of that will be hemisphere. So you have to just put the values. So what is this? You can see what is the area of this hemisphere, surface area of hemisphere. This is area will be equal to 2 pi and r is 6. So that is 6 square 36. So this is 72 pi, correct? What is the surface area of cylinder? So this is curved surface, that is this like curved surface area, which is, you can say 2 pi, what is r? What is the radius? 6, correct? And what is the height? Height is given to you. This is 5 and this is pi r, the circle area, this area. What is the area of this? This is equal to pi r square. What is r square? This is again 36, correct? So this is 30 into 2, that is 60 pi plus 36 pi, which is, I can say this is 96 pi, correct? So what is the total answer for final answer? Just add this and this. So this is 72 pi plus 96 pi square, centimeter square, correct? So this is, I can say this is 8 and this is 16 pi. So what is the answer? 168 pi. So let's check the answer. 168 pi. Yeah, this is 168 pi is the correct answer. Now let's move to the next question. These are pretty easy, simple questions based on simple formula. We have to find this value. Now what is this? This is 125 raised to 2 by 3. So which I can say this is cube root of 125 raised to 2. Correct. Now we know what is cube root of 125. This is 5. So this is 5 square, which is equal to 25. Correct. Now here what is this? This is 4 raised to minus 5 by 2. So I can say this is 1 upon 4 raised to 5 by 2, because we know if I take the negative power a raised to minus n, this will become 1 upon a to the power n. Correct. The negative reciprocal. Correct. So this is 1 upon, you can see, root of 4 raised to 5. Correct. Square root of 4 raised to 5. What is square root of 4? This is 2. So this is 2 raised to 5. So what is the answer? This is 1 by 32. So this is the answer, 1 by 32. And this is 25. So that is the answer. Correct. So now next question. Now the question on surds. We have to rationalize the denominator and give the answer in the simplest form. And we know how to rationalize this. This is 9 by root 3. We will multiply with the root 3 and root 4. Correct. So this will become 9 root 3 divided by. What is root 3 into root 3? This is 3. Correct. Now we again simplify this because there is a common factor of 3 here. So this will become 3 root 3. 3 and 9 cancel, become 3. So what is the answer? This is 3 root 3. Now the second part of this question is, if this expression is equal to c plus k root 2, then find the value of k. Basically, you have to just simplify this. Now, how to simplify, how to multiply two surds also. This is simply how to multiply the brackets. Okay. So this is how you multiply. 5 into 1, that is 5. 5 into 3 root 2. Now, what is 5 into 3 root 2? This will become 5 into 3, which is 15, and root 2. And negative root 2 into 1 will become negative root 2. And negative root 2 into 3 root 2 will become negative 3 root 2 into root 2. I hope this is clear. Now I'll multiply these two and these two. Correct? So this is 5 plus 15 root 2. 5 plus 15 root 2 minus root 2 minus. This is root 2 into root 2 is 2. Right? And 2 into 3 is 6. So what is this? I can combine this 5 and 6 minus 6, which is become minus 1, and 15 root 2 minus root 2. Now these are kind of like terms. So basically 15 minus 1 is 14. So this is 14 root 2. Now if I compare this, we can see c will be equal to minus 1 and k is equal to 14. So what is the answer? C is minus 1 and k is equal to 14. Minus 1 and 14 is the answer. You have to simplify. You have to write this as a single fraction in the simplest form. So you can clearly see what is the factor common. A and A cancel. And here 3 and this will cancel. So what is this? Or I can say this is 5 into a into 3b upon, this is 6 into a. So I can cancel this a, I can cancel this 3 and 6, which become 2. So what is left? 5 and b. This is 5b upon, this is 2. This is 5 by 2b. That is the first answer. Second answer, you have to simplify this fraction. You have to add these basically to write the simplest form. So here you can see I can make this as a like term, like fraction. You can see this is 2p by 4. I will multiply this with 2 and 2 to make like fraction, plus 3t by 4. So which you can see now denominators are same. So this is 4, 2p plus 3t. That is the answer for this question. Now here, how can you simplify this? We can use the cross multiplication. We know a upon b minus c upon d. If you have to simplify this, you can multiply like this and multiply like this, which is AD minus BC upon B into D. So what you can do is just multiply this. This is 2 into x plus 1, negative 3 into x minus 2. Multiply these two. Divide by x minus 2 into x plus 1. So now if I further simplify, this will become 2x plus 2, opening this bracket, negative 3 into x, this is negative 3x, negative 3 into negative 2 will become plus 6. Negative negative is positive, and this is x minus 2 into x plus 1. Now what is this? I can combine these two. So this is 2x minus 3x is minus x, and this is 8. 6 plus 2 is 8 upon x minus 2 into x plus 1. So what is the answer? This is 8 minus x upon x minus 2 into x plus 1. What you can do is, if you want to simplify this, you can do this also. You can just multiply the bracket and write the answer. Otherwise, this is also correct. Now, moving to the next question. Okay. Here we have y is equal to 1 by, y is inversely proportional to 1 by root x. This is given in the question. Now, given when x is 9, y is equal to 2, then find the value of y when x equal to 36. So, what we can say is, this is y is equal to k by root x. Now, when x is equal to 9, y is equal to 2. So, this is y equal to 2 when k is equal to, sorry, x is equal to 9. This is if I put x equal to 9 and y equal to 2. So, this will give you 2 is equal to k upon 3. So, from this you can say k is equal to 2 into 3, which is 6. So, we got the relation. What is the relation? Y is equal to, that is k is 6. So, this is 6 by root x. Now the question is, what is y when x is equal to 36? So y is equal to, if I put 36, what is the answer? This is y is equal to 6 upon root 36 is 6, which is y equal to 6 upon 6, which is equal to 1. So what is the answer for this? This is y equal to, okay, so this is y equal to 1, correct? Now, when x is increased by a factor of 4, find the value of y changes by a factor of p. Find the value of p. Okay. So the question is, we have y is equal to k by root x, correct? Now, when x is, what is k? K is 6. So this is 6 by root x, right? K is equal to, we found this 6, correct? Now, when x is increased by a factor of 4, so that means, let's say this is y1. When x is increased by a factor of 4, this is 6 by root 4x increased by a factor of 4. Then what is the value of change? So for example, this was initially y1, and this is after, let's say, increasing by a factor of 4, this is the new y. So you can see here, what is this? This is 6 upon root 4 into root x. Now what is this? Y2 is equal to, you can clearly see, if I take this is root 4 is 2. So this is 6 upon 2 root x, right? Root x. Now what is this? This will become 3. So wait, let me do this like this. So basically now, what is y2? You can see, I'll not cancel this because I'll show you what I am trying to do is, this is 2 root x, correct? Y 6 upon 2 root x. Now we know that 6 upon root x is y1. So this is y2 will be equal to 1 by 2 y1. So can I say the new value of y2 is basically half of initial value. So y changes by a factor of what? Y is basically becoming half. So what is the value of this? This is equal to 1 by 2. P is equal to 1 by 2. I hope this is clear. What we have done is, I have increased the x value by 4. So this will become 4x. So I have initial value as this, and this is final value. And if I just find what is the relation between y2 and y1, you can see this is y2 is half of y1. That is, y2 becomes half of original value. That is, y changes by a factor of 1 by 2. I hope this is also clear. Now, the next question. The diagram shows the graph of y is equal to this. The graph crosses x-axis at O, A, and B. The turning points are P and Q. Find the x-coordinate of A and x-coordinate of B. Basically, if this is the equation, you have to find what are the roots, basically what are the x-intercept, because the point where this is intersecting x-axis are these points. So you have to find x-intercept. So how will you find the x-intercept? You can see y is equal to 0. So I can say this is y is equal to 0, that is 3x minus x cube. Now how will you solve this equation? You have to factorize this. So can I say this is x is common, 3 minus x square is equal to 0. Now what does this imply? This implies either x is 0 or 3 minus x square is equal to 0. So this x is equal to 0 is one point that we know, that is this point. Now what are these points? You can see this is x square equal to 3. So what is x? X equal to plus or minus root 3. So what is the x coordinate of a? A is negative point. So this is negative root 3 comma 0, and this is plus, that is root 3 comma 0. So that is this point. Basically this point is root 3 comma 0. This point is minus root 3 comma 0. This is how we can solve this question. Now you have to differentiate this. Now we know how to differentiate x raised to n. This is n x raised to n minus 1, and constant remains same, correct? So what is the differentiation? This will be 3 will remain same. Differentiation of x is, you can check 1. X raised to 1 minus 0, which is x raised to 0, which is 1. And remember, this derivative differentiation of x is equal to 1. And what is the differentiation of this? This is minus 3 x raised to 3 minus 1, which is 2. So what is this? 3 minus 3x square is the answer for this question. I hope this is clear, right? Now, next question is find the coordinates of P and Q. Now, what are P and Q? You can see P and Q are the turning points of the graph. And what are the turning points? The points where the graph dy by differentiation is equal to 0. For turning point dy by dx, the differentiation is equal to 0. Now we have y is equal to, what is the graph? 3x minus x cube. What is dy by dx? We have already found this is 3 minus 3x square. So now if I make it 0, 3 minus 3x square equal to 0. So this means 3x square equal to 3, x square equal to 1, that is x equal to plus or minus 1. So what are the coordinates? X is equal to 1, then what is y? If I put, this is the equation of curve, correct? So if I put x is equal to 1 here, this is 3 minus 1, which is y equal to 2. So what is the coordinate? 1 comma. If I put minus 1, if I put x is equal to minus 1, y will be, if I put minus 1 here, this is negative 3, and minus 1 cube will become minus 1. So this will become plus 1. So y is equal to minus 2. So what is the point? Minus 1 comma minus 2. So what is P? P is which point? This point. That is in the third quadrant. You can see P point will be minus 1 comma minus 2, and Q will be 1 comma 2. You can see from the graph also, this Q is in the first quadrant, 1 comma. I hope this is clear. This is how we can easily solve this. Next question. Write down the exact value of tan 60. Now for this, you need to know the table of values. So what is this tan 60? This is root 3. And this is, you have to solve this equation. Now this is a very important question here. You have to solve this equation without using calculator, because this is a non-calculator paper. In between 0 and 360 degree. So you can see, what is this? This is 2 sin x is equal to 1. So what is sin x? Sin x is equal to 1 by 2. So what is x? X will be equal to sine inverse 1 by 2. Now how will you get the sine inverse 1 by 2 without calculator? So for this, you must be knowing that from the table of values, we know sine 30 degree is equal to 1 by 2, which is what you have to remember. Now that means sine inverse half is equal to 30 degree. So one value is 30 degree, and we know for sine the two values exist which add up to 180 degree. So I can say this is, one value is 30 degree and other value will be 180 degree minus 30 degree, which is equal to 150 degree. Always remember, sine of 180 degree minus x is same as sine x. That is, the values which add up to 180 degree, the sine values will be same. So what are the answers? 30 degree, one answer, and other answer is 150 degree. So this is how you can solve this without calculator. So now the next question is, in the diagram, OA is parallel to BC. Okay, this is parallel to BC. BC is 3 times of OA. This is 3 times of OA. So because this is a question on vectors, let's start with the vectors. Let's see what is BC vector. Can I say this will be, because this is parallel to this and the magnitude is 3 times. So this will become 3A vector. This vector will become 3A, Correct? This will be parallel to this. So this is 3a vector. No. M is the midpoint. So this is the midpoint. You can see position vector of A is given. This is mentioned. Position vector of B is given. Find the position vector of M. So the question is asking you to write the position vector. That means from origin, what is OM vector? This is the position vector of M. Now the question is, how will you find this OM? Okay. So now think about this. If you have to find OM vector, we know OA vector, correct? If we can find OM vector, I can easily solve this question. Like in this triangle, I can apply the addition of vectors. But the problem is we don't know AM vector, but we know M is the midpoint. So our focus should be what is AC vector. Because AC vector, what is AM vector? This will be equal to AM vector will be equal to 1 by 2 of AC vector. Now question comes, how will you find AC vector? Okay. So now for this, let's do some calculation. You see here, if I join this, I can easily write what is OC vector. I can say what is OC vector. Let me write it. OC vector will be equal to OB vector, which is B vector. You can say this is B plus 3A plus 3A. You can go from here to here, and then from here to here, you will reach to O to C, O to B, B to C. Correct? I hope this is clear. So this is OC vector. Now we know that in this triangle OAC, you can take this vector. So let's take this vector and this vector. So you can see here, we have already got OC vector. We know OA vector, so I can easily find AC vector. What is AC vector? Let's write AC vector. A to C vector is equal to, from A to O, you will go. So this is minus A, and then O to C you will go, which is OC vector. So OC vector we know. What is this OC vector? This is B plus 3A. So what is this? This is 3A minus A is 2A plus B. So we have got what is AC vector. Now AC vector we know. So I can now reach to this. What is AM vector? This is half of AC vector, which is 2A plus B. So which is, I can say, if I multiply with this is A vector plus 1 by 2 B vector. This 2 and 2 will cancel. So this is AM vector. I hope this is clear. So now you can see what is OM vector. OM vector will be equal to, now this is OM vector. You can see this is OM vector, which is OA vector plus AM vector. So what is OA vector? This is A plus AM, which is equal to A plus 1 by 2 B. So what is this? This is 2A plus 1 by 2 B. I hope this is clear. So what is the answer of OM vector? This is equal to 2A plus half B. That is the answer for this question. So I hope this is clear. So using different triangles, different vectors, I have got these two OM vectors. Okay, so this is how we can easily approach this. And the last question of the paper, that is, if this line intersect the curve this at A and B, find the coordinates. Basically, if these two are intersecting at A and B, you have to just calculate the coordinates of A and B. So basically, to find the coordinate, you have to just solve these two equations simultaneously. So how will you solve simultaneous equation? Eliminate, you can. So y is equal to this. So I can say 7x plus 3 will be equal to x square plus 5x minus 12, because at the point of intersection, both the y coordinates will be same of this and this. So now let's solve this. This is x square. Now if I take this 5x, 7x will go on this side. So this will become 5x negative 7x negative 12 negative 3 equal to 0. I have taken this on this side. Now what is this? This is x square negative 2x and 15 equal to 0. Now to solve this, you have to factorize this, because you can here, or otherwise you can use the quadratic formula also, or otherwise you can factorize this. I can split this and this. Minus 15 is basically minus 5 into 3. Why I have taken minus 5 into 3? Because addition of these two is minus 2. So I can say this is x square minus 5x plus 3x minus 15 is equal to 0. So now you can check, this is x into x minus 5, that is common from this, and 3 is common from this x minus 5. So what is this? This is x plus 3 into x minus 5 equal to 0. So what does this mean? X will be equal to minus 3 or 3. Now, how will you get the y coordinate? So we know y is equal to 7x plus 3. So what is x? If I put x is equal to minus 3, this will become y is equal to, if I put x equal to minus 3, this will become minus 21 plus 3, which is minus 19. So what is the coordinate? Minus 3 comma minus 19. And what is the other point? If I put x is equal to 5, this will be y equal to, if I put 5 here, this is 7 into 5, which is 35 plus 3. So this is 38. So what is the coordinate? 5 comma 38. So what is the answer? 5 comma 38 and minus, this is this is minus 18. So this is minus 18. Okay, this is how we can solve this question. Basically you have to solve the simultaneous equation to find the point of intersection or the coordinates of the point. Okay, so I hope this is clear. So this completes your paper 22580. Okay, I hope you have understood all the questions. So that's it for this. If you have understood, please do like and subscribe to our channel and share with your friends. Thank you. Bye bye.